I don't think that this is about me, Hailey Bieber, and Selena Gomez. This is not about this pitting between two women and division between two women. It's about the vile, disgusting hatred that can come from
Most afraid of losing? My family.
What are you frightened of ever losing?
my engagement ring.
What's the one thing you can never live without?
My family.
Na diva is a female version of a hustler, of a hustler, of a hustler. Na diva is a female version of a hustler.
Selena Gomez is only just settling into married life, and yet the long-running chatter linking her to the Biebers has ignited again. This round centers on Hailey Bieber. A short interview clip spread like wildfire. Headlines framed it as a swipe at Selena, and the narrative snowballed so quickly that Selena appeared to respond almost immediately. From there, song hints, public sightings, and blink and you miss then posts kept the loop spinning, feeding a storyline that never seems to rest. This isn't a one-off misunderstanding. It's the latest beat in a familiar rhythm years in the making. Whenever attention drifts, Selena is seen as responding with force. Outlets understand this and magnify the tiniest beat to keep the cycle alive. To casual onlookers, it can feel like Hailey does anything becomes Selena responds, no matter how minor or benign the spark. Part of the dynamic is the split between personalities and how the public reads them. Selena is passionate and quick on the trigger. She's admitted she can spiral online and has wrestled with addictive loops. When something rubs her wrong, she rarely shrugs. She alchemizes it into content that moves. Platforms capitalize by inflating quotes, pitting rare beauty against road, and spotlighting even faint friction. The trouble is that a lot of what trends gets stripped of context. Headlines paraphrase Hailey as if she's aiming at Selena when her words may not do that. Many people only catch the chyron or the clip, then decide the whole story from a fragment. Once a take hardens online, reversing it is near impossible. To read what's unfolding, it helps to look at who they are now. Hailey isn't just a model tied to the Bieber surname. She's a new mom in the face of Rhode, a skincare brand touted at unicorn scale. The Wall Street Journal named her 2025's Beauty Innovator of the Year. Rhode's Sephora debut was hyped as one of the retailer's strongest, with reports of $50 million on day one numbers fans say eclipsed Rare Beauty and even Fenty launches. That level of traction invites comparisons. In her WSJ chat, Hailey fielded the inevitable, how she feels about being measured against other labels. Her answer was even-toned. There's room for everyone. I don't feel competitive with people who don't inspire me. I didn't ask to be compared. Still, aggregation sites reframed it as a dart at Selena. Some pieces implied she was anxious about shoppers stacking Rhode against Rare Beauty, and by extension relitigating Justin history. By the time representation nudged clarifications, the framing stuck. TMZ-style outlets and LA blogs cast it like she'd addressed Selena by name. She hadn't. Hailey was discussing skincare, yet the internet read it as personal. One line became a full-fledged flare-up. Selena appeared to move quickly. On Instagram, she urged people to leave the girl alone while teasing new music. It sounded protective, but it pulled her right back under the beam. Fans parsed and riposted. A like TikTok that ripped someone fans thought resembled. Hailey and a few behind-the-scenes snippets poured oxygen on the fire. Even a comment from Selena's cousin's husband under a Justin post added branches to the pile. This is the platform pattern for Selena. A spark becomes a swell. She uses social media to speak, but every ripple looks like a wave and suddenly there's a feud. Often what audiences label as a face-off is just a reflexive post that algorithms and fandoms amplify. Audience prayers matter. People convinced Selena gets shaded read her captions as clapbacks. That belief hardens the notion that Hailey and Selena must be sparring even when the record is neutral. The loop sets itself. An action invites an interpretation, which invites a reaction, which creates more actions. Psychology explains some of this. Selena's talked about how quickly Instagram can pull her in. Tiny triggers, a sound on TikTok, a clipped line can prompt big feelings. Coverage amplifies that reaction, and the loop repeats, a behavioral groove carved back in her early 20s. After her 2014 split from Justin, she watched posts, replied with stories and comments, and those became headlines. The habit remains. She doesn't need to be named to weigh in. A whiff of disrespect or a lazy comparison can prompt a post. Those posts pull the lens back to her through stories, captions, or music crumbs. Selena understands the current. She can swim into it. That's why this narrative never really fades. Hailey offers a neutral business comment, headlines juice it, fans react, Selena posts, and suddenly there's a new hook to keep the story walking. Their worlds intersect by design. Hailey's brand is surging, Selena's fan base is vast. Years of speculation, a famous past, and public emotion keep threads tied. Even when both avoid crossing paths, algorithms pull them into the same frame. This cadence explains why Selena shows up so reliably in the conversation. Rather than letting a beat dissolve, she often revives it. When attention wanes, a post reignites chatter. Fandoms rally, outlets mine new angles, and casual readers get looped back in. Each pass gathers a little more mass. The triangle of Selena's responses, Hailey's visibility, and media amplification keeps the hum constant. Every post, clip, and quote becomes a baton passed to the next segment. Their overlap music and social presence on one side. Scaling beauty business on the other naturally invites side-by-sides. Old screenshots and headlines resurface as prompts, reopening threads, and seeding new debates. Selena's instinct to answer fast and in public guarantees she's in frame whether or not the topic started with her. Combine reflex, amplification, and fan decoding, and you get momentum that outlives its inciting incident. Even throwaway lines can read like barbs. Hailey's attempts to keep it purely commercial often get bent by pages hungry for conflict. Viewers then see a fight, and Selena's replies become accelerant. Seen through that lens, it's obvious why Selena's presence is so steady. Her engagement keeps her visible, while media and fandom keep feeding the gears. The plot moves not because of one blow-up, but because each motion cues the next. The media's incentive structure is the fuel. TMZ, tabloid-style brands, and a constellation of gossip hubs monetize attention. A plain sentence becomes a saga. Hailey's WSJ remark is a template, a straightforward line about her label reframed into shade. Context dissolves. Clicks remain. Fandoms do their part. Selena's supporters treat every like or cryptic phrase as loyalty or code. Hailey's defenders push back. Threads flare, vintage clips get resurfaced, and speculation spreads in minutes. Even family gets pulled in, like when Priscilla's husband dropped a comment under a Justin post giving aggregators fresh meat. Selective coverage distorts the field. A quiet controversy like Selena not inviting her kidney donor to her wedding barely blipped. A potentially ambiguous Hailey quote, meanwhile, exploded. Conflict converts better than nuance. With fans, media, and Selena engaging, the loop rarely sleeps. A neutral post morphs into a viral bite. A straight comment evolves into a banner. For audiences, it's entertainment. For Selena, it's visibility. For Hailey, it's scrutiny she didn't seek. Through it all, Hailey keeps moving. She avoids the pylons and sticks to work and family. Motherhood, she said, recalibrated her center. That steadiness contrasts with the noise. People forget the stamina it takes to remain composed under constant glare. Her rise is its own narrative arc, once mocked by paparazzi, now building a brand that broke records at Sephora and reportedly sold to E.L.F. for $1 billion. She did it without leaning on scandal as a growth hack. Publicly, she's succinct. When a harmless TikTok audio was spun as shade, she clarified once girls' night just for fun and kept moving. That restraint is often misread. But the calm is the point, she doesn't feed it. Strength isn't about pretending nothing lands. It's about progress despite the din. Hailey has taken doubt, harassment, and relentless comparison and kept building. Each milestone signals durability over discourse. To see why the loop keeps resurfacing, rewind a decade. Selena has long reacted to comparisons or perceived slights. Small sparks become big bonfires. Social timelines move faster now, so one nudge becomes a trend in seconds. She's described an addictive streak, which can intensify her replies. A tiny audio, a headline, a half mention, any of it can set off a run of posts. That's not random. It's a way to redirect the frame. Fans know the pattern. Media banks on it. Hailey's playbook differs. She keeps her head down and lets the scoreboard speak. She rarely trades quips. The contrast Hailey's quiet, Selena's reactive makes the story easier to package as rivalry. It's also why it lingers. Every microbeat has potential energy. Social magnifies everything. Little stays little. Right now, the rhythm continues. When Selena seems to step back, a like or a teaser pulls her forward. Hailey focuses on road building. Road scales. The composure becomes its own brand. This isn't only about two famous women. It's a case study in how platforms shape perception. Timing, framing, and reaction are the levers. Selena's active posting and the press's appetite for heat keep viewers hooked. Hailey's steady climb offers a counteract simple progress without pyrotechnics. People lean in because the arc mirrors ordinary feelings: envy, drive, insecurity, and assurance. It also shows how a small nudge can become a sweeping narrative. In the end, it's not about picking a team. It's about understanding how attention behaves. The Selena-Hailey discourse runs on personality, perception, and velocity. Whether it swells or dims, it's proof of how ordinary moments become myths in the feed.